So keep your head up.
Okay.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Stand up. I'm staying rice like a diamond because they won.
Do you want to see?
Ah, Jesus!
So sad for Thelma LAWSON. Imagine being evicted without doing your direct section the entire week. Normally, Thelma LAWSON was supposed to do her direct section maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and also do her direct section before the live eviction proper. Here, she did not even hear Biggie's voice the entire week before she got evicted. Even while you got evicted, normally while you are just trying to just exchange hugs with your fellow housemates, Shebi Big Brother's voice was supposed to echo to just tell you, Thelma LAWSON, leave the Big Brother's house in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thelma LAWSON, leave the Big Brother house immediately. That voice did not even echo. It was Ebuka that was telling Thelma LAWSON, leave the house now. She was now screaming at the top of her voice. This is exactly what also happened to Bright Morgan. What an eviction. And Ebuka had already said that there will be more eviction later today during the live eviction. And I think Mide and Kaybobo might just get evicted. How do I know? I will explain. You know, there is an alliance, right? As they are nominated for possible eviction, there are 17. 4 is safe. The remaining 14 housemates that are nominated for possible eviction, there is Kaybobo. The fans that would have voted for Kaybobo are the fans of Thelma LAWSON. Now, Thelma LAWSON is also nominated for possible eviction. Also, between Mide and Bright Morgan, had it been one of them is nominated, maybe the fans of Bright Morgan would have voted for Mide. Or if Mide was the one safe, then the fans of Mide would have voted for Bright Morgan. Now, the alliance between Mide, Bright Morgan, Thelma LAWSON, and Kaybobo are just single-handed because you just have to vote for your separate faith. Joanna might just be safe tonight simply because the fans of Faith might just vote for her. And Isabella and Sultana might just be safe. You know why? The fans of Imisi might just vote for her. Not just only her, but also Sultana. Jason J has been playing this particular game solo, so he might just be safe. Also, KOYIN. So if there is going to be any further eviction later today, it is going to be between Mide, Kaybobo, Joanna, I doubt. Jason J, probably. I won't be surprised, but maybe also Holla Didi. I think she's a finalist because you need to see how calm she was when Ebuka was just calling the next housemate to be evicted. She was relaxed, knowing that if anybody is going to be evicted, it is certainly not just her. Anyway, let's see what's just going to happen during the live eviction show. Immediately, Bright Morgan got evicted. Mide burst into cry. She cried all through the night. She cried herself upstairs, climbed the bed, and was still crying. She was also crying while she was packing Bright Morgan's property. She cried herself to bed. In fact, when she woke up this morning, she turned around to notice that Bright Morgan was not beside her. She burst into tears again. She cried herself to the garden, sitting on that one of the swings. She was crying, and Didi was there to console her. Mide, while Bright Morgan was in the house, broke up with him multiple times. If they are not breaking up, they are making up. If she's not questioning the girlfriend that is outside, she is saying that most of the housemates are addressing Bright Morgan as a flirt. I never knew that all this while she's just trying to fight the strong feeling that she has developed for Bright Morgan. I realized last night that she has been madly in love with Bright Morgan. On the other hand, Thelma LAWSON brought what happened to her to herself. She was the one that gave Isabella Isabella all the arises that she has today, because from the moment that she made her way into Biggie's house, she chose Isabella as her game. Isabella saw you as a sister, confided in you on how she wanted to be in a ship with Kayikumi. The next thing you did was to just select Kayikumi as your own guest when you won the head of the house lounge. You just make sure that you fight Isabella unprovoked. Every time you're just throwing shades to Isabella, to the extent that you're the one that is looking for Isabella's trouble. I remember the day Isabella fought Ortega because of the meat that Ortega was hoarding from nowhere. Because you were friends with Ortega, you got yourself involved in that particular fight and start attacking Isabella. You started calling her names, saying that she has empty brain and she is disgracing her son on live TV. After that particular fight again, you are always looking for a way to pick another fight. Instead of you to form an alliance with your River State sister, but you choose to just be her enemy. The last live eviction, Ebuka asked Imisi question concerning what Isabella said about Mide and Joanna. In all of that conversation, Thelma LAWSON name was not mentioned. At the end of the live eviction, Mide and Joanna choose to fight Isabella. Isabella, on the other hand, was also fighting them. Then Thelma LAWSON just involved herself from nowhere, joined Joanna and Mide to fight Isabella, to the extent that Thelma LAWSON was just telling Isabella that Sultana said that she has bad hygiene, and she was the one that put fillers in her buttocks. What is your business in that fight? Why do you always want to be here? Your sister Isabella is just being dragged and fought and insulted. Hence, Isabella got her own arisers. And that was how most of your fans choose to just move to Isabella. Thelma LAWSON got evicted. I have never seen this kind of eviction. Eviction that she was not allowed to just dress properly. She was even crying. She is screaming. Not Thelma LAWSON thinking that the only reason that Isabella is still in the house is because she has been involved with a man from Kayikumi to Kola and now KOYIN. Hence, she was the one that carried herself to go and meet Kaybobo, forming ship and doing exactly what she has insulted and criticized Isabella for doing. The kisses could not even help her. Even the cuddle every night couldn't even help her. Ebuka walked into the house immediately, then returned from Saturday, turn up and chased Bright Morgan and Thelma LAWSON away. I fight for her. She kept on screaming, "Thank you, Port, thank you," her handlers and everybody that supported her. She was crying. Even at a point, they said, "Calm down now." Now, so Ninja just chased her, come out. She brought this on herself. Trust me, Thelma LAWSON, aside all the trolls and the shade, she is a very good, strong competitor. She won the head of the house twice. First as an interim head of the house and second as a complete head of the house for week 7. She is also the highest winner of the sponsor tax alongside Faith. She is just doing well. It is just her character. She was the one that formed that alliance with Joanna, Mide, Bright Morgan, Gigi, and now Kaybobo, for her to just think that people will just vote them and chase Sultana, Imisi, and Isabella away. But last night, her time in Biggie's has come to an end. So sad that she has been evicted, but she deserved it. She brought it on herself, aside being a competitor and also being smart and intelligent. Every time she's just sitting down with all her friends, she is always abusing and discussing Isabella. The reason of this particular video is to emphasize on what has been going on ever since Thelma LAWSON and Bright Morgan was sneaked out of the house when Ebuka entered into the house last night when they returned from Saturday night turn up. Moving to different social media platforms last night, it may seem as though that most people are happy than sad that Thelma LAWSON and Bright Morgan got evicted last night. But before I officially begin with everything that has been happening ever since they left Biggie's house last night, let me formally welcome you all back again to my beautiful and entertaining channel if you start Unplugged. You are good to source for latest gossips, trends, glam news, and entertainment. This is also the only channel that brings to you premium, authentic gist of the ongoing Big Brother Naija season 10/10/10, and also all the hardest day-to-day, second-to-second, minute-to-minute happenstance that got everyone talking. Be it the eviction of Thelma LAWSON and Bright Morgan last night, ships, fight, drama, and every other trends on different social media platforms. Therefore, stay tuned, subscribe. Please do turn on the notification bell. Feel free to give this particular video a huge thumbs up and do not skip the ads for juicy details you won't want to miss. Immediately, Thelma LAWSON's name was mentioned by Ebuka. Mide could not just control her emotion. Even at a point, she was telling Thelma LAWSON to calm down. Then Ebuka said, "I am not done yet." Ebuka now called Bright Morgan to leave Biggie's house while he was still wearing hoodie and jogger plus bedroom slippers. Now, so Brett Morgan left the house. This was the moment it dawned on Mide that her friends left, because when they saw Ebuka in the house, they are celebrating, thinking it is either Imisi, Sultana, or Isabella might just leave the house. To their utmost shock and surprise, it is two people from their alliance that left the house. Mide immediately went upstairs, started crying while she was also gathering and packing Brett Morgan's property. She cried herself to sleep. She kept on crying. Even this morning, she's still crying while she's at the garden, sitting on one of the swings. One good thing is that Didi has not left her side. But me don't be so. That's how they cry. If you just want to be a widow, I was expecting you to just barb your hair, wear black for it to be crying. Now I realize that Mide has been madly in love with Brett Morgan. Hence all this cry. Or could it be that she's just intentionally doing so for her to gather the fans of Brett Morgan? But she just have to wait, because Ebuka promised them that there is still going to be more evictions during today's live eviction. Let her wait first to see if she's going to be evicted before she will not cry further for her to gather the fans of Brett Morgan. Also, Faith and Jason deliberated after Brett Morgan and Thelma also got evicted while they were upstairs. And according to Jason J, that he is shocked that Thelma Lawson got evicted. That if you ask him to count his finalists or top 5, that he will say Thelma Lawson, Imisi, Faith, probably him. Then camera shifted. Mide is just trying to just pack Brett Morgan's property. Imisi went to meet her and was just trying to just console Mide. According to Imisi, she said that you will be fine. Just play your game solo and say that you're going to just shine bright like a diamond. At a point, Mide told Imisi to just leave her alone, because from the way Imisi is just behaving, it may seem as though that she is tipsy. Imisi, on the other hand, also moved downstairs. She met Diesel at the kitchen. Imisi is crying. Imisi is now telling Didi that Mide was the one that is more in love with Brett Morgan other than Brett Morgan. And she said that she told Mide something when Mide was her big brother during her diary session this week. And when she was just talking anyhow, Didi just have to hug Imisi, knowing that Imisi is just tipsy. When Ebuka left the house, Imisi also went to sit with Kaybobo, trying to just console Kaybobo. And Imisi thanked Kaybobo concerning one of 2 kisses, and Kaybobo said, yes, we have been kissing. Even Thelma Lawson kissed me before she just left the house. You know, Kaybobo and Imisi were sitting down there at the lounge having that conversation when camera now shifted. ROOBOY and Sultana are now deliberating on how Thelma Lawson got evicted. It was ROOBOY feeling maybe it is because of the fight that Thelma Lawson had with him. I love the way Sultana just say it the way it is. Don't you think maybe she got evicted because she called you an abu? That one they said. It is okay for housemates to just fight. It is okay for you both to just call yourself names. But the way Thelma Lawson has been condescending, the way she has been downgrading her fellow housemates, imagine you're just having a fight with ROOBOY. You are even mentioning that ROOBOY is just using the strategy. You are screaming that you are not Eric. The same thing she did when she was fighting with Imisi. You were just screaming that you cannot entertain Imisi, that Imisi is not on your level. Sultana is just right. Maybe this contributed to why she does not have much fans. Speaking about Sultana, I just love how she and Isabella behaved when Thelma Lawson got evicted. They are not friends, of course, we all know. So you don't expect them to just move a bit. They were just there looking at just Thelma Lawson while she was just doing all her drama till she just left the house. You know, camera is moving around the house trying to just capture everybody's reaction. Now, camera moved to the garden. Isabella and Sultana are just sitting by that swing side. Isabella is crying. Sultana is just trying to console her. KOYIN walked up to where Isabella and Sultana seated by that swing side. KOYIN just have to excuse Isabella, taking Isabella away. Isabella was just crying, saying that she is missing her son. KOYIN now took her by the other side and they used to stay and smoke. Isabella is the reason that she is crying is because Ebuka mentioned that the show might be extended. And she said that she just wants to leave at the end of the 72 days, that she misses her son, that the kind of friendship and relationship that she shared with her son, that nobody has ever done that with anybody. KOYIN is just consoling her, saying that Ebuka mentioned that it might. He did not say that it house. While they were now having that conversation, Imisi joined them. Imisi is now crying. And when they asked Imisi why she's crying, Imisi said that Kaybobo said that she did not react well when Thelma LAWSON got evicted. Imisi, in her defense, is saying, why would Kaybobo say that? Does Kaybobo understood her emotion? Why would people expect her to just behave in a certain way? Anyway, they're just trying to console her. When Kola now walked up to where Imisi, Isabella KOYIN are seated while Imisi is crying, it's for the fact that Kola is supporting Kaybobo. Kola was asking Imisi, what did you say? What did you say? I don't understand. Kola, you were friends with Brett Morgan and Thelma LAWSON. You don't expect Imisi to just behave the way you are behaving. And I have to say that whatever Kola is displaying is fake. Anyway, Isabella KOYIN as Sultan has already consoled Imisi. On the other hand, camera moved inside. Mide has now came downstairs while she was just crying by that favorite spot of her and Brett Morgan. Sultana is seen consoling Mide, just telling Mide to just be calm. Sultana told Mide, just think about what Brett Morgan would say to you or do to you to make you just be happy. Then Mide just laughed a bit and now said that Brett Morgan would have. Then Sultana now said, this is what you just need to do for you to just snap out of this particular feeling. Camera moved to the kitchen. MENSAN trying to just be happy after seeing how sister Thelma LAWSON got evicted. As a matter of fact, when Brett Morgan and Thelma LAWSON, the ninjas and Ebuka left the house, it's for the fact that MENSAN just went to be at that door. He was just listening to see if it was fake, if they are having a conversation that has to do with Thelma LAWSON, Brett Morgan returning back to the house. I was like, what if this door opened now? And two ninjas dragged MENSAN away. When MENSAN realized that it is what it is, he was just trying to be happy. He moved to the kitchen, trying to just clean up everywhere. That is the punishment and responsibility of Joanna. Maybe Big is just going to just excuse that. He was just cleaning up the entire kitchen, when Imisi now walked in, begging MENSAN to just help her to cook indomie. MENSAN said, go and meet Kola, that you have never ever cooked for me. Imisi said, but I cook, just that you don't want to eat my food because it is so spicy. Then MENSAN said, if I would cook for you, that means you're going to cook for me as far as I am in this house. Imisi also pledged that she is certainly going to cook for MENSAN. MENSAN said, I am only cooking this food because you are tipsy. Then Kola walked into the kitchen. MENSAN cooked for Kola and Imisi. After MENSAN was done cooking the food, Imisi and Kola were seated by that dining area when they are cooking the food. Kola is not trying to just psych Imisi. Kola is saying, what if I was the one that got evicted? What would you have done? Imisi said, you are certainly not going to be the one that is going to be evicted. You are going to be here. When Kola said another thing, Imisi was like, are you just trying to just blackmail me? Kola is just trying to bring out an unusual reaction and emotion from Imisi. Speaking about Kola, Kola also had a conversation with Zita while they were just busy in the head of the house lounge. Anyway, Zita is just trying to analyze on how Thelma LAWSON got evicted. Kola is saying that it may seem as though that Imisi is strong, and if you ask him, Imisi might be the one that is just going to win this particular show. I just realized that Kaybobo has been missing. Camera is just reading my mind, and he has to just move upstairs. Here, Kaybobo has forced himself to bed, not after he has packed all Thelma's properties. He was just thinking. Then I am just wondering, their relationship is not even up to 48 hours. So what is all of this? You guys just cuddled the first night. The second night, you guys kissed. And this is today. What is all of this? Well, he can't just help it until he dozed off. Now, Joanna, who thought that it would have been Sultana or Isabella that would be evicted, got shocked when Thelma LAWSON got evicted because Thelma LAWSON is the leader of their alliance. She was in lying down in one of the chairs of the lounge, trying to also ruminate over the eviction. Faith, noticing that Joanna is down, approached Joanna to just console Joanna. After that, Joanna also slept off. ROOBOY also had a conversation with Mide because Mide is just trying to understand what transpired between ROOBOY and Thelma LAWSON, because she is suspecting that that might be the reason Thelma LAWSON got evicted. While ROOBOY is just trying to explain to Mide that whatever happened between him and Thelma LAWSON, that he does not even take it serious. Somebody came to just excuse Mide. Mide went to just meet the person and was just crying. Kola, of course, if you have been watching, you should notice that Kola is not spending his night in the head of the house lounge. Isabella has come to meet Imisi privately at the garden, and I love what Isabella said to Imisi. You don't just have to put up an emotion because of the eviction. Just do you. In fact, the world will not even just come around. They will just have to be with you. And Isabella told Imisi that what you did, in fact, whatever you just said or do while Thelma and Bright Morgan got evicted is right. Isabella now said that she just wants to go upstairs to just go and kiss and cuddle KOYIN when Imisi begged her to just sleep at the garden with her. She left Imisi at the garden, moving inside the house. Now, Didi and Kola were already on the bed. While Didi and Kola were having a conversation, it's for the fact that Didi told Kola that you are two-faced. When Kola asked more questions, or rather asked Didi to buttress, she explained, and she also said, I might be wrong, but my guess is always right. In all of this, it may seem as though Sultana is also tipsy. Jason J noticed that Sultana is still at the garden, walked to the garden, was busy begging Sultana to just come upstairs. Sultana was insisting that she just wants to sleep at the garden. Jason J just convinced her, saying that if you just spend your night here, mosquito is just going to bite you. After much pressure, Sultana agreed to just follow Jason upstairs. Now, after Jason took Sultana to the bed, the next thing, Jason is now with Joanna. Joanna, on the other hand, is also tipsy. She has slept off on one of the couch in the lounge. Jason J went to just help her to her bed and was also trying to just make her sleep. Person that has been sleeping downstairs. What I don't understand is what Jason J is just doing with Joanna on the bed. At the point, he brought his head down. Was that a peck or a kiss? Then there was movement of hands and leg beneath the duvet. Even Joanna at a point moved her leg on top of the leg of Jason J. And there was movement of the hand. Was that fingering? Was that what? Well, I don't know what happened. Then I felt if Sultana can just walk into this room to just see Jason J. Sultana is even tipsy. The next thing, there was an ad break. After the commercial break, Jason J is now on his bed close to Sultana. And for us to just be sure, camera was just showing Jason J and Sultana and moving to the room where Joanna is sleeping to also show us that Joanna is not sleeping alone. What transpired between Jason J and Joanna while they are both on the bed is not identified. I just love somebody that just play his game unapologetically. He has already told Sultana whatever we're doing ends in this house, and that does not even stop Jason J to move towards any other person. I have to just give it to Sultana, because while Jason J is just planning on how to end this relationship, Sultana has already moved ahead, or rather moved on before Jason J is planning to do so. Anyways, it is a wrap. Everybody has gone to bed. Gigi and Kola spent the night together. Joanna slept alone, not after Jason J did what he did with Joanna on her bed. Jason J slept close to Sultana. KOYIN and Isabella cuddled all through the night. ROOBOY slept alone. MENSAN slept alone. Zita slept alone in the head of the house lounge. Faith, on the other hand, slept alone in his usual spot, that couch that is in the closet. Camera was just moving around. Everybody has gone to bed, including Mide, who cried herself to sleep. It is a wrap. The end. They have already woke up this morning. They are at the salon. Mide is not in the salon because she is still mourning the eviction of Bright Morgan. Let's see what is just going to happen. I doubt if they are going to do the direct session because they are still in flying solo week. Big Brother voice might just echo maybe at the end of tonight's live eviction. Oh well, if anything is just going to happen before the live eviction show, I am certainly going to update you guys. But if not, see you guys in live eviction show proper. And I am suspecting that Mide and Kaybobo might just leave. Do you know why? I have already explained in the beginning of this video. Therefore, see you guys in another video shortly. Thus far you have watched, you are yet to subscribe or disappointment. This is the right and best time for you to all promote and publicize my channel by simply clicking on the red icon down below to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and feel free to give this particular video a huge thumbs up. And bye bye.